Conservation of water in deserts, an overview of the problem and solutions that can be used in California and the wider United States. As can be seen here, the United States is no stranger to droughts. No place is being hit more so than the western United States, with many regions experiencing exponential drought levels. I'll be focusing on California. Before we continue, I feel it is important to first ask, what is a drought exactly? And to answer that, I will quote an article from the BBC on this topic. Most of us think of droughts as when there's no rain at all, but actually they can happen when there's less rain than people thought there would be. It usually happens over months or even years when an area like East Africa doesn't have a big enough water supply. Unlike other natural disasters, droughts happen very slowly over time. And now that we know what a drought is, we can move on to what are the sources of California's drought. First off, it'd be helpful to know that 1/3 of California's water comes from snowpack accumulated over the winter, while the rest is from rain, lakes, and groundwater sources. All of these sources have been decreasing over the decade, with snowpack only reaching 1/3 of their average in 2014 and a drop in their rainfall levels as well. Other aspects as well contributes, such as poor water management by cities and irresponsible uses of water by people. With all this loss of water and drought stretching out, California is also beginning to experience growing environmental impacts. With so much dry land and more than 1 million acres of farmland, California's biggest income lays fallow, and furthermore, with an increase in dry land, forest fires have increased, which have become so large and powerful that firefighters struggle to combat these raging infernos, and sometimes are unable to get the upper hand, as can be seen with the destruction of paradise by the campfire. And things are only going to get worse if we don't do something. Let's look at some of the approaches to solving this issue. To start, let's look at the desert cities of Arizona, specifically Phoenix and Tucson, where temperatures can reach highs of 110 degrees or more. Arizona has a long history of water management stretching back to the 1960s, with President Lyndon B. Johnson and the Central Arizona Project, a 336-mile-long canal that brings in water from the Colorado River. But this isn't enough. Arizona continues to learn further methods to fight off drought. Something California could learn from Arizona is how to train local neighborhoods to conserve water. Tucson, the last city to receive water from the Central Arizona Project Canal, has had to significantly focus on water conservation. In order to dissipate heat in urban areas and retain water, the Tucson Electric Company has spearheaded a massive tree planting program. Residents have also received water rebates for passive water harvesting by letting water soak into the ground and collect, as well as install gutters and cisterns to accumulate rainwater. Homeowners have also been taught by the nonprofit organization Watershed Management Group volunteers how to turn their land into a sponge to passively harvest water, with every drop being saved or utilized, even as far as barreling rainfall on roofs and in gutters. Also implementing a system known as water banking, where individuals who experience water deficit can borrow water from others with surplus for a standardized fee. With all this and more, we may be able to fight off droughts.